Hey everybody, how's it going? We're back again messing around in my aquarium, and I realized this might be helpful for you. And that is the very front strip of my aquarium looking funky and just being a general mess. How do I clean it up? I'm going to go ahead and show you today. The first step is to trim all of the excess overgrown styrogony that is basically encroaching and reaching too tall. My next step is to remove all of the plants that have encroached and grown too far forward into the front of the tank. In this instance, it happens to be a mix of Cryptocorini nurii, also Cryptocorini wendedii. Now these both send runners underneath the substrate, so it's pretty impossible to really track where they're going to show up. You just kind of have to wait for them to show up, grow up a little bit, and then I can go ahead and remove them and either replace them somewhere else in the tank or relocate them to a whole nother aquarium. As you can see, the Styrogini repens is also growing in here a little bit funny. I'm going to have to remove certain portions of this in order to clear up the whole area also. To get the Cryptocorini out, you have to dig your fingers down into the substrate and get below the root ball to loosen it up and pull and extract the whole entire plant. If you try to pull from the top, it's sort of like pulling a dandelion weed out of your lawn. You'll leave the roots down there, which is a problem with dandelions. It's also a problem with the Cryptocorini because you'll essentially leave the part that needs to come out, which is the root ball. That needs to come out, and don't worry if you do damage some of the leaves. That's not a big deal. They will grow back, so don't be super stressed out if you are plucking some of the leaves out and whatnot. Just go ahead and discard those and maintain the root portion that will resprout and grow new leaves. Now that we've extended out from our initial point, we have to continue working essentially from the center outwards. I find that to be an easier method for me than either going right to left or left to right. Notice as you move along, on a lot of people's videos, they don't normally show you this meticulous portion of removing all of these little tiny roots that are unattached to anything. They're basically a lot of fine hair roots that just kind of hang around and clutter up the space and make it overall kind of a mess. And realistically, long term, I have found that they sort of degrade and cause the area to not produce plants as well as having removed them. So it is a bit of a meticulous practice, but you'll notice it A, increases the aesthetic, and B, does allow the plants to spread out into these areas much quicker. I don't know if it has some kind of scientific basis. I haven't done too much verifying of this. It's more of an experience thing that I have noticed over the years. So, could go back and forth. If you have some ideas, go ahead and post them in the comments down below. And let me know. Hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, go ahead and click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the join button, do all that kind of crazy stuff down there that you do on the old YouTube button pushing game. Now, this channel is fan funded by you guys. If you feel like, hey, I want to chip in $1 a month or something like that to help support the creation of more videos in the future about aquariums, aquarium related stuff, along with other things, there's a join button down below, or you could head over to our Patreon page and join up there. If you do, I hope to see you on our Discord, and I'll talk to you, I'm sure, later.